I am absolutely delighted Arsenal have lost the Champions League final. The best day of my life. PSG have beaten Arsenal on penalties and honestly, football has been saved. This was drama, heartbreak, battle, pressure, and Arsenal tears all in one night. I'm supposed to come on here and be neutral, but I can't. I'm smiling, I'm buzzing, I'm delighted. Arsenal fans were already getting ready for the parade. They were talking like they were the kings of Europe, and now they still have zero Champions Leagues. PSG sent them home with nothing. Before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments, did Arsenal battle it? Or was it just Champions League heartbreak? Because for me, this is hilarious. The fun thing is Arsenal has scored early on. Kai Havertz scored early. I'm sitting there thinking, no way Arsenal are going to defend this lead for 90 minutes. Park the bus. Like I said, they got the dream start in the Champions League final. Scoring inside the first few minutes was massive, even though it was lucky. That should give you confidence and show you control the game. And to be fair, Arsenal defended a lot in that game, and they defended well. They weren't getting ripped apart. They weren't being embarrassed. They looked organised. They looked focused, and PSG wasn't finding it easy. But this is where I think Arsenal made a mistake. They scored early and they started playing, they were trying to survive. You cannot go 1-0 up in a Champions League final and defend that lead for 90 minutes. You just can't do it. Against PSG, you have players like Dembele with all attacking quality, and you need to kill the game, you need that second goal. Arsenal didn't get it. And when you don't kill off a team like PSG, you leave the door open. And you know Arsenal fans were getting cocky at 1-0. They were on Twitter, they were typing, best team in Europe, Arteta masterclass, Havertz has silenced everyone. We're finally winning Champions League. Calm down. Calm down. There's still a full game to play. That's what makes it even better. They had hope. They really believed it was happening. They could see the trophy. They could feel it. And then PSG said, nah, not today. This is football at its funniest. Then PSG got the penalty. Clear penalty, by the way. Then Bailey steps up and he scores. And from that moment, the whole feeling of the game changed. PSG just kept attacking. Arsenal went from looking confident to looking nervous. PSG started believing again. The pressure started building, and you could see Arsenal thinking, please don't let this happen. That equaliser was massive because it completely changed the momentum in PSG's favour. That's what separates the biggest teams. PSG didn't panic when they went behind. They stayed engaged, kept pushing, and waited for the moment. Even Enrique told them at halftime, be patient, and PSG were patient. PSG got their chance and they took it. Then it was extra time. Extra time was tense. You can tell both teams were scared to make a mistake. Nobody wanted to be the reason that their team lost in a Champions League final. And it usually happens nearly every game. When a game goes to extra time for a final, like, not really happens in extra time, really. But Arsenal looked like a team carrying fair. They were so close to history, but you can tell the pressure was getting heavier and heavier. As a rival fan, this is exactly what I wanted to see. The longer it went on, the more I was thinking, this is going to penalties and Arsenal are not ready for this pressure. Because penalties in a Champions League final, this is a different level of pressure. You can practice penalties all week. You can score them training, but when it's a final, when millions are watching, when your whole season's on the line, this is where your mentality gets tested. And then we get to the shootout. This is where the drama really starts. PSG look calm. They look like they trust in themselves. Arsenal, you can feel the nerves. Eze misses, and straight away you're thinking, here we go. But then Nuno Mendes misses. I was like, oh, back to square one. But then Gabriel steps off for Arsenal's final penalty. He puts it over. I'm sorry, but as soon as that ball went over, I lost it. That was the moment. Arsenal's Champions League dream gone. PSG players celebrating. Arsenal players on the floor. Arsenal fans, football hurt. But when Gabriel missed that penalty, from a football banter point of view, that was gold. A centre back setting up with a Champions League on the line and blazing over the bar, you couldn't write it. It's like John Terry all over again. Now let me say why I'm so happy. I'm a Man United fan. It's not the Arsenal team I hate. Arsenal are a good side, I can admit that. But Arsenal fans, I always hate them. So delusional. The way they talk all season, the way they hype up every little thing, the way they act, they already completed football before winning the actual biggest trophies. That's what makes this so funny. They were so close, so close. They had the lead. They had the story. They had a chance to win their first Champions League ever in the club's history, and PSG ripped it away them on penalties. That is pain. And for everyone who had to listen to Arsenal fans last year, this was a beautiful night. But honestly, credit to PSG. They didn't play the perfect game, but they showed mentality. They went behind early, they didn't collapse, they found a way back into the match, and then they handled the penalties better. This is what champions do. Luis Enrique deserved credit as well. PSG now look like a proper team, not just a club full of superstars. They got belief and they got players who can handle big moments. Dembele scoring that penalty was huge. In that shootout, PSG were just colder. They had the nerve. Arsenal didn't. Simple as that. For Arteta, this is going to hurt. Because Arsenal didn't get battered. They didn't lose 4-0. They didn't get played off the pitch. They lost by 5 margins for defending the whole game. That almost makes it worse. Because they were close enough to win it. They had the lead. They had the game in their hands. But they didn't have that killer instinct. And that's the difference between a very good team and the champions of Europe. Arsenal are good. Nobody can deny that. But when the biggest moment came, PSG were the team lifting the trophy. That's all that matters. So overall, PSG are Champions League winners again. Arsenal are heartbroken again, and I'm absolutely delighted as a Man United fan. This is why football is the best sport in the world. 1 minute Arsenal dreaming in history, the next minute they're watching PSG lifting that amazing trophy. And their players on the floor. Brutal, but beautiful. For Arsenal, this will hurt for years. They may get another chance, they may not. But losing a Champions League final on penalties, that's proper pain. It doesn't get much worse than that. For PSG, massive respect. They showed mentality, they showed quality, and they got the job done. And for me, I'm just happy Arsenal lost. So that's how I feel about PSG beating Arsenal in the Champions League final. Arsenal fans, I know you're hurting, but I need to hear from you. Are you okay? PSG fans, enjoy this one. You've broken Arsenal fans' hearts. Alright, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. Is this the funniest Arsenal loss ever? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.